6 animals that could defeat a grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are brown bears native to North America, particularly Alaska and Canada. Contrary to popular belief, they are just one of several brown bear subspecies that can be distinguished from black bears. Grizzly bears have a wide range and require a lot of space to survive. They are omnivores as well as the apex and keystone predators. They also hibernate during the winter. Fortunately, these bears are classified as least concern on the IUCN Red List and are not yet endangered. There are currently approximately 60,000 wild grizzly bears in North America. The grizzly bear is a massive animal with humped shoulders and an elevated forehead, giving it a somewhat concave profile. The fur is brownish to buff, and the hairs are usually silver or pale-tipped, giving the bear its grizzled appearance. Adult grizzlies can grow to be 8 feet, 2.5 meters long, and weigh up to 900 pounds, 410 kilograms. Because of their bulk and their long straight claws, grizzly bears rarely climb trees. They are, however, surprisingly agile and can run as fast as 56 kilometers, 35 miles per hour, over short distances. Their vision is poor, and they have been known to attack humans without warning. Females with cubs are the most aggressive. Now let's see what animals can defeat this monster. Number 6. American bison. The American bison is the largest animal in North America, with bulls standing over 6 feet, 1.8 meters tall at the shoulders, and weighing between 1,014 and 2,178 pounds, 459 to 988 kilograms. They have a large build, large muscles, hooves they can kick with, and a large head armed with horns that they can ram or gore things with. Not to mention that these guys can run fast, with one report claiming that they can reach speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, 64 kilometers per hour. Because of these characteristics, they can easily outcompete any existing species of bear, even causing the omnivorous predator to flee. Normally, bears would kill calves, subadults, or sick and weak bison. If they attempted to pursue the adults, they would either be seriously injured or killed. So while a bison may be able to gravely injure a grizzly, there's little to no chance of these herbivores delivering a final blow. Number 5. Moose. Moose are North America's tallest animals, with large bulls standing 7 feet, 2.1 meters tall at the shoulders, and weighing between 838 and 1,543 pounds, 380 to 700 kilograms. It has 2 large, thick antlers that it frequently uses to fight other moose during mating season or to defend its territory. It also has large muscles, giving it a lot of strength to fight other moose or defend itself. Its thick build also makes it more difficult for predators to take it down, not to mention that they can run 35 miles, 56.3 kilometers per hour, which is the same speed as a grizzly bear. A bull moose can pass by, and not even one bear would dare to fight it, despite the fact that it is not unwinnable for the bear. Mostly because it doesn't want to fight, and thanks to its size, strength, and massive antlers, a moose can easily kill or gravely injure a bear. A moose could kill a bear with a well-placed kick, or by using its antlers. Number 4. Tiger. Although both creatures are predators at the top of the food chain, they have never spontaneously crossed paths in the wild. Both animals have a variety of death weapons at their disposal and are natural killers. In terms of power, the Siberian tiger reigns supreme in the Russian Far East. Like its subspecies, An adult grizzly bear is much bigger and stronger than a Siberian tiger. The Siberian tiger is the largest and strongest of all the great cats, standing at a height of 4 feet, 1.25 meters, and weighing an estimated 660 pounds, 300 kilograms. Anyways, there have been stories of tigers ambushing brown bears in the wild and then attacking them while they were sleeping, attacking the females, which are smaller and weaker, or even attacking the cubs. Also, 1% of the tiger's diet consists of these bears. Tigers, more than any other predator, have the best chance of bringing down a grizzly bear because of their immense power, propensity for ambushing their prey, and success against a larger subspecies of brown bears. Despite this, tigers don't always come out on top, as this bear would either fight it off until one of them dies, or if the tiger runs away. In general, tigers know exactly where to bite in order to kill their victim, and how and where to strike with its paw. Number 3. Hippopotamus. The hippopotamuses, which stand around 5 feet, 1.5 meters tall, and weigh more than 4,000 pounds, 2,000 kilograms, are the third largest terrestrial creatures in the world. Its mouth is filled with razor-sharp tusks, which it uses as its primary weapon, not just to frighten prey, but also in combat to establish dominance, win the right to mate with females, and even to kill prey if provoked. A female hippo can bite at 1,800 pounds per square inch, which is powerful enough to split a crocodile in half. Since the males are so aggressive, only their biting forces have been measured. Speaking of which, hippos often inflict these kinds of wounds to each other. The hippo is also well protected against potential predators by its 2-inch, 5.1 centimeter thick skin. Even if the bear scratches it, it won't be much damaged by those claws. So with those attributes, a hippopotamus is completely unbeatable for most, if not all, species of extant bears. To scare the bear away or to bite it fatally, the hippo simply needs to open its jaws and chase the animal. If they were to get in a fight, the hippo wins, hands down. Number 2. Rhinoceros. The white rhino is another great opponent the brown bear cannot win against. A white rhino weighs 2.5 tons, 2,300 kilograms, making it significantly larger than a bear. It also has a massive horn. It can still hit or tramp the bear, even if it occasionally doesn't have its horn sharp or at all for any reason. A rhino would win a fight against a grizzly bear. Grizzly bears are tough animals. They're also far more aggressive than the average solitary rhino. But in a fight to the death, the rhino would understand that the grizzly is a threat that must be eliminated or intimidated. This animal would fight back with everything it has. Rhinos don't have a great sense of sight, so the encroaching grizzly bear may go unnoticed until it is too late for the rhino to get a good charge speed going. The grizzly simply can't do enough damage to bring down the rhino, but the same can't be said for the rhino. Number 1. Elephant. African bush elephants are the world's largest land animals, towering an average of 10.5 feet, 3.2 meters tall, and weighing 6.6 tons each, 6,000 kilograms. An elephant's trunk swipe is all it takes to kill a lion. Large creatures like hippos and rhinos, which are unquestionably heavier than bears, can be pushed around or knocked down by elephants. It possesses 2 massive tusks that can be used as deadly weapons, as well as tools for tearing down trees and digging. Elephants have skin that is 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters thick, which provides them with protection from predators, even if it is not as thick as the rhino's or hippo's skin. The bear has no chance at all. Elephants can manipulate objects with their trunk like a hand. The bear could then charge into it with his head and trunk while encountering little to no opposition if they were able to keep him at a distance. Elephants are actually quick for their size, and any attack that the bear could give would do little to no damage to the elephant, and the counter to his attack would be so massive, the next intentional attack would be deadly. 6 animals that could defeat a gorilla. Gorillas are gentle giants who display a wide range of human-like actions and emotions, including laughter and sadness. In fact, gorillas and humans share 98.3% of their genetic code. Gorillas are stocky animals with broad chests and shoulders, huge human-like hands, and small eyes set into hairless faces. They are the largest of the great apes. The Congo Basin forest separates the 2 gorilla species which inhabit in equatorial Africa. There are lowland and highland subspecies from each. Gorillas reside in family groups of 5 to 10 individuals, but they can range from 2 to more than 50. Each family group is headed by a dominant adult male, or silverback, who holds his position for years. Males are about twice as heavy as females and may attain a height of about 5.5 feet, 1.7 meters, and weight of 300 to 485 pounds, 135 to 220 kilograms. Number 6. Hippopotamus. On land, a hippopotamus should destroy a gorilla with little to no effort, while in the water, a hippopotamus should wreck a gorilla with no effort. A hippopotamus can grow to be 16.5 feet long, 5.2 meters, 5 feet tall, 1.5 meters, and 9,000 pounds, 4,082 kilograms. A hippopotamus is 10 times larger than a gorilla. Because of their size, thick muscle, and fat, hippopotamuses are extremely difficult to kill. Hippos have an exceptionally thick layer of fat that serves as armor against the gorilla's teeth, in addition to their size difference. An entire lion pride has been driven off by hippos in the past. Individual leopards, smaller than lions, have killed gorillas on rare occasions. Hippos are also known to prey on animals larger than gorillas. They have also killed Nile crocodiles, which are over twice the size of a gorilla, in addition to lions. A hippopotamus can easily kill a gorilla since it has far larger teeth and has one of the strongest bites of any terrestrial animal. This is in addition to the ability to just trample and crush the ape. The gorilla's strength might help, but a hippo is far too large for the ape's muscle to be an issue. The only advantage a gorilla has over a hippo is probably its intelligence, although I don't believe it will help it much. Number 5. Bears. The grizzly bear will be over 3 times heavier than the gorilla when they are both at their largest in the wild. Although gorillas have higher muscle mass than grizzlies, this does not mean that they will win. Grizzlies don't go hunting quite often, but when they do, they've been known to kill moose, which are much bigger than gorillas. The advantage of the bear compared to gorillas is that they have claws, large claws. While the gorilla tries to smash the grizzly with its hands, the bear's huge claws will cut into its flesh. Probably gorillas are more intelligent, but a fight typically favors size and muscles over the brain. The gorilla now has a significantly more powerful bite, which is backed up by huge teeth. The bear's fangs are also larger, and its bite may easily kill the ape. So the ape's jaw isn't much of an advantage. If we are talking about a grizzly bear or a polar bear, it will certainly have the advantage and will win against a gorilla. If we are talking about a bear the size of a gorilla, then chances are the gorilla will win the fight. Number 4. Lion. Both the lion and the gorilla have their share of strengths, each of which is unique. The gorilla's huge canines are built for intimidation rather than for tearing flesh, and they still pale in comparison to the predatory fangs of its adversary, the male lion. If the lion were a male, at its maximum size, it would be incredibly difficult to get a decent bite on the lion's neck due to their mane. To kill a gorilla, the lion does not need to rely just on its bite. It is unlikely a lion would kill a gorilla with their bite, though still possible. Silverback gorillas' necks are well protected. However, many people forget that while grappling with another animal, cats tend to use their back paws to absolutely shred whatever part of the animal is directly in front of them. They can do this very quickly and cause massive damage. There is no question a lion would be able to kill a gorilla in this way. Either the lion grapples with the gorilla, facing it, and disembowels it in quick order with its back paws while also attempting to bite below its chin, or it manages to secure a deep bite on the gorilla's neck to the rear and paralyzes it. Number 3. Crocodile. In this encounter, the crocodile would most likely win because they are much bigger, 2 or 3 times the size of a big silverback male. That is, if we refer to the saltwater crocodile and the Nile crocodile. Furthermore, the croc's bite is the most powerful ever recorded, 3,700 pounds per square inch. All they have to do is bite the gorilla and drag it underwater. Gorillas tend to fight by beating and tearing at limbs. The crocodile's thick skin and body design, especially underwater, would let it survive any pummeling or attempt to tear its limbs. The Nile crocodile, the world's second largest species, has been known to kill animals much larger than gorillas. Number 2. Giraffe. Giraffes fight each other by swinging their necks at one another as if they were in a giant pillow fight. Sometimes lions attack giraffes and win, but more often than not, the giraffe's incredibly powerful kick will land, killing or seriously injuring the lion. A gorilla has the capacity to quickly climb a giraffe's legs and neck and sink into a chokehold, but it will be extremely difficult. An adult giraffe is 7 to 10 times heavier than a silverback gorilla and still has its kick. A giraffe can have a maximum weight of 4,250 pounds, 1,930 kilograms, and so with its far superior size and strength. A giraffe's headbutt, armed with ossicones, and kick can kill you. Humans have been killed in this manner. The giraffe easily defeats a gorilla. I believe that a giraffe's simple headbutt or kick will be enough to send a gorilla flying to his death. Number 1. Tiger. Both the Bengal tiger and the silverback gorilla are kings of their own environments. They are large, powerful, and intelligent animals. When a tiger attacks a gorilla, the gorilla is not a safe and easy target, and the gorilla can inflict possibly fatal blows on the tiger. The tiger has a faster reaction time, longer, stronger claws, and massive canine fangs, as well as better maneuverability. With a bite force of 1,050 psi, the tiger is close behind the gorilla. Tiger canines, on the other hand, are around 0.5 to 1 inch longer, between 1.25 and 2.5 centimeters. A tiger's powerful body and thick fur are other advantages. I think that because of the tiger's hunting qualities, he can ambush a gorilla and kill it. 6 animals that could defeat a Komodo dragon. Komodo dragons, or Komodo monitors, are the largest, heaviest lizards in the world. and one of a few with a venomous bite. These stealthy, powerful hunters rely on their sense of smell to detect food, using their long, forked tongues to sample the air. They can spend hours waiting for a sizable meal to wander within range before launching a deadly attack with their large, curved and serrated teeth. These wild dragons typically weigh about 154 pounds, 70 kilograms, but the largest verified specimen reached a length of 10.3 feet, 3.13 meters, and weighed 366 pounds, 166 kilograms. As a result of their size, these lizards are apex predators, dominating the ecosystems in which they live. But what do you think happens when the biggest lizard in the world meets other apex predators from other environments? Let's see what animals can defeat a Komodo dragon in a fight. Number 6. Crocodile. Crocodiles are without doubt the most dangerous predator on planet Earth. Animals only survive crocodile attacks if they are powerful enough to disrupt the attack, or if they are fast enough to get the jump on the croc first, or the crocodile is attacking an animal too large for it to overpower. Assuming a full-grown Nile or saltwater crocodile, the Komodo dragon fails on all fronts, though smaller crocodile species are likely to struggle more in the conflict. A saltwater crocodile can weigh 1 ton, or more than 6 times the weight of the dragon. This size difference means that should the dragon find itself in the crocodile's crosshairs, it would be essentially powerless to escape. A Komodo dragon, in short, would be death-rolled and being drowned before it even knew what hit it. Crocodilians are also apparently largely immune to snake venom, making it unlikely that the venomous bite of a Komodo dragon would do it much harm. They also have aggressive immune systems that attack bacteria as soon as it is discovered by the body, meaning that the bacteria Komodo dragons pack are not likely to do much either. Number 5. Tiger. Probably if a tiger fought with a Komodo dragon, both would die. Komodo dragons are ambush hunters. They bite their prey viciously, release and settle back for a bask. Tigers ambush prey from behind, try to break the spine with one bite, and bite until the prey stops fighting. If the tiger jumps on a Komodo dragon, it will have problems with its armored neck, but in the end, the dragon will die. If the Komodo dragon attacks first and manages to bite the tiger, then the tiger will surely kill the dragon. Tigers are known to kill much larger crocodiles, so they won't have a problem with the Komodo dragon. However, the dragon's venom acts slowly, and it is possible that in a few hours the tiger will be dead. Number 4. Anaconda. Large anacondas and other large boids have been known to prey on crocodilians, which are similar in size and strength to a Komodo. A truly huge anaconda could probably kill and eat a Komodo. A huge Komodo could probably kill and eat a medium-sized anaconda. The giant snake, after thousands if not millions of years of practice, knows how to kill crocodiles while avoiding those powerful jaws. The same method should work on a big lizard. Anacondas can slay the dragon by squeezing it until it stifles and kills it. The squeezing of the Komodo dragon may cause internal bleeding. The whole Komodo dragon would then be eaten at once by the anaconda. Komodo loses the battle with the anaconda, therefore. Of course, the Komodo dragon may attack first, using its sharp claws and its venomous bite. I don't think he could kill the anaconda so fast. Got to go with the anaconda on this one. It would be far too large and powerful for the dragon. Number 3. Bear. Well, the bear will kill the dragon. A male grizzly can weigh up to around 900 pounds, 408 kilograms. Komodo dragons peak at about 1/2 to less than 1/4 of that weight. Being much more massive gives the bear more raw power and leverage. The bear will likely be able to tear the lizard apart through simple, overwhelming force. Now, this isn't to imply the dragon isn't dangerous to the bear. If he gets to bite the bear, the wound may become infected and the bear may die. The bear has a pretty effective defense in its long, thick fur and loose skin, but any bites that strike home would be debilitating and dangerous. I'm not sure how likely a dragon is to find flesh through the fur, but at the least the bear still has vulnerable bits like the face to worry about. So this ranges from a bear enjoying a lizard-shaped snack to a possible mutual kill and points in between. Number 2. Hippopotamus. Hippos are more naturally aggressive than Komodo dragons, which are more patient, opportunistic predators. Hippos can accelerate on land as fast as Komodos, but reach higher top speeds, allowing the hippo to run down and trample the Komodo. Though Komodos do have a greater ability to turn corners more tightly, which would greatly help with its evasion abilities. Also, if the hippo got the first bite in, then there is quite a big possibility that the hippo would crush the entire anatomy of the dragon's body in half, crushing its skull with a bite force of 2,000 pounds per square inch with ease, and the rest of its body. The hippo can open its jaws at a 180-degree angle, destroying everything in its path. A bull hippo can open its jaws up to 4 feet, 1.2 meters. Number 1. Wolverine. Like badgers, wolverines have long and sharp claws, strong jaws with considerable bite force, and anal glands to produce a stinky liquid to spray when needed. Wolverines can attack bigger animals in size and run them down if needed, like black bears, pumas, and wolves. Both of the animals are fast, and wolverines are more agile. Let's say Wolverine couldn't detect the dragon and jumped upon and got bitten by it. The dragon have to endure the skunk smell and avoid all bite and claw attacks while trying to devour it all at once, because we know that dragon venom takes a long time to affect. Thus, due to its aggressiveness, it is possible for the wolverine to win. If he doesn't kill him, he still makes him leave somehow. Six animals that could defeat a tiger. Tigers are the largest felines in the world, and as such, many cultures consider the tiger to be a symbol of strength, courage, and dignity. Number 1. Water buffalo. It's no secret that water buffaloes are aggressive beasts that won't hesitate to charge anything they perceive as threats. Bengal tigers like to ambush these guys, as they can be a handful when facing them in a head-on conflict. When the ambush goes wrong, let's just say things don't often go in favor of the buffalo. Number 2. Brown bears. It's easy to see why brown bears would be able to kill tigers due to their size, strength, and power. In Russia, the Ussuri brown bears and Siberian tigers come into conflict, and tigers even hunt the bears, which make up 1.4% of their diet. Large bears also may engage tigers and try to steal their food. During a study, 44 direct confrontations between the two predators were observed, in which bears were killed in 22 cases and tigers in 12 cases. This shows that if a bear feels threatened, it won't hesitate to defend itself. Number 3. Indian gaur. Gaurs are like water buffalo, but I find them to be even more frightening. They have massive muscles and are known to be quite aggressive towards aggressors. Naturally, when these guys come into contact with tigers, the tiger doesn't always come out on top. Number 4. Saltwater crocodile. Tigers love to swim, and you know what else likes to swim? You guessed it, Crocodiles. Crocodiles are the dominant predators in the water, and once it gets hold of a tiger, the cat is pretty much doomed. A bite of a crocodile, and the tiger will be dead sooner or later. The tiger may be king of the Indian jungle, but the crocodile is the king of India's waters. Number 5. Indian rhinoceros. Indian rhinos are huge and won't hesitate to damage an attacking tiger. Tigers have quickly learned that hunting these animals is way too dangerous and only prey on them as a last resort, and even then they will only go for young, injured and sick animals. Number 6. Asian elephant. I think this animal needs zero explanation. Being so much bigger than the tiger, having a powerful trunk, and if you're a male having tusks, comes with some perks. Elephants have nearly no predators as adults, but the rare time a tiger picks a fight with one, boy is it in for a scare. The tiger is too scared to attack it. 5 animals that could defeat a killer whale. Orcas are apex predators at the top of the food chain. No animals hunt orcas, except for humans. However, there are a few animals that could kill or at least scare a killer whale. Orcas or killer whales fear nothing and can eat everything in their environment, from fishes to whales. They are social, live in pods similar to wolves' packs, and are very intelligent. But what happens when these whales swim alone? Number 5. Sperm whale. A bull sperm whale in his prime is too big, too unpredictable, and too mean for one killer whale. A female sperm whale is about half the size of a male, and based on reported encounters, it takes a sizable effort from an orcapod to take even a female out. This is why when the killer whales want to attack a sperm whale, they will do it on the pods. Male sperm whales have been observed to attack and intimidate orcapods in competitive feeding instances. An incident was filmed from a long-line trawler. An orcapod was systematically taking fish caught on the trawler's long lines when a male sperm whale appeared to repeatedly charge the orcapod in an attempt to drive them away. It was speculated by the film crew that the sperm whale was attempting to access the same fish. The orcas employed a tail outward and tail slapping defensive position against the bull sperm whale, similar to that used by female sperm whales against attacking orcas. When sperm whales are attacked, they often form a rosette, a wagon wheel formation, with their heads pointed in and their tails pointed out. When they're in this formation, they flail the water with their massive tails in an effort to ward off the attackers. The killer whales must be very careful around agitated sperm whales, because a slap from that tail could be life-threatening. Number 4. Great white shark. I'm sure there had been a time when white sharks were able to kill healthy orcas. Orcas outclass white sharks in both size and intelligence, and mostly travel in groups. A great white can beat an orca, but it is usually a smaller chance. I think the chances would increase significantly if the killer whale were alone, and if it had a smaller size, equal to that of the great white. I am quite sure that a great white has killed a sickly orca. Great whites usually only dine on large ocean animals, such as whales and orcas, if they are sick or already dead. A great white has massive jaws and serrated teeth which tear and are more effective than orca teeth, but that's really it. Orcas are way heavier, faster and smarter, but that doesn't mean the great white has no chance. At such a mouth, think what would happen if the orca made a mistake and fell prey to this mouth. I do think a great white could very possibly kill an orca, especially if she is alone. Number 3. Blue whale. Blue whales are the largest animals ever known to have lived on Earth. These magnificent marine mammals rule the oceans, At up to 100 feet long, 30 meters, and upwards of 200 tons. Their tongues alone can weigh as much as an elephant. Very rarely, if hungry enough, but only with a pod of orcas, never one orca, the blue whale protects itself by literally going to the bathroom and using its fluke to move it all over. The blue whale has virtually no predators because of its size. Orca are known to kill juvenile blue whales. When it comes to adults, there is at least one recorded instance of a pod of orca attacking a medium-sized adult. They failed in that case, but they went about it as if they knew what they were doing and had done it before, and had reasonable expectation of success. Blue whales are very large and might require more than one orca to overcome. Even then, scientists were still skeptical, and observations were made mostly on indirect evidences of orcas killing larger whales. And only later that year witnessed a true kill of a juvenile whale, not even an adult. I only know of one case, and that was a literal superpod of 29 orcas that hunted a 60 feet, 18 meter, 30 tons blue whale. And the whale was young and was already weakened by sickness. There's no way orcas can kill an adult blue whale. So certainly, due to their size, a blue whale could defeat a killer whale. In fact, it could even hurt it with its fluke. Number 2. Humpback whale. Humpback whales are very interesting animals and protect almost any animal getting attacked by orcas. Exactly why they do this isn't known. Some theorize it is personal to the whales, or maybe the noise that the orcas give off while hunting. It has been observed that those whales that fight back have scars from orca attacks later in life. So perhaps the whales recall what the orcas did to them and don't want it to happen to someone else. The whales know the abuse and will not allow another animal, no matter the species, to be harmed. Anyway, the humpbacks have been aggressively chasing off any orcas they see feeding or hunting. Being much larger than killer whales, even in a one-on-one confrontation, humpback whales are very aggressive with a killer whale. So even if he can't kill an orca, he will definitely be able to chase it away, trumpeting loudly to scare them off. Number 1. Colossal squid. Killer whales are not deep divers. They stick to shallow, sunlit waters where most marine animals live. Giant squids are creatures of the abyss, rarely rising to the depths where orcas live. Now, giant squid have come to the surface before, leading to some terrifying accounts by sailors. And it's possible a killer whale came across one when it came to the surface. As orcas are naturally curious and intelligent animals, it might well have approached the squid, and the squid might have sought to defend itself from the black and white menace, leading to a battle. But there are no accounts of such an encounter, and giant squids don't generally surface like that if they're healthy. So it's possible, but I don't think it's terribly likely, that squid and orca have ever had clashes like the legendary battles squid have with sperm whales. But think of a 45 feet, 14 meters squid clinging to a killer whale with its beak. I think at some point, the orca would give up. 5 animals that could defeat a lion. Though lions are termed the king of the jungle because of their superiority over other predators, the jungle king can sometimes be bullied or killed by other species of animal. Number 1. Hippopotamus. This animal could easily defend itself from a lion, and even a group of lions. The hippo has enormous teeth that can crush a lion with one bite. Also, they are fairly aggressive. Hippos are very strong and fast to attack a lion. Number 2. Giraffe. Giraffes have a powerful kick that will damage crucial bones in a lion's body. They can also harm or kill a lion by swinging their long necks like a golf club and giving a very hard hit or strike on the lion's body, which can injure bones and organs. They also have long, powerful legs, which could deliver deadly kicks. Number 3. Crocodile. A crocodile can kill a lion when the lion comes close to its habitat, water bodies. Its strong teeth can crunch a lion. If the crocodile is able to bite the lion, the crocodile wins. It has the strongest bite in the animal kingdom and tends to drag its prey into the water and spin it until it drowns. Number 4. African elephant. They are the strongest creature on land. An elephant is large enough and strong enough to face a lion alone. In fact, it takes a whole pride of lions to bring down an elephant, and even then there's a low chance of success. Elephants are also known to sling logs or trees at what they think is a threat. Number 5. Bears. Bears are slightly slower, but they make up for it with all the excess fat and fur they have. They are like tanks. One grizzly bear will fight off a pack of wolves for a carcass. The reason why? That fur and fat helps protect them against the strong jaws of the wolves. Since a polar bear is much larger and has little competition for food, it most probably won't be afraid to fight the lion. 5 animals that could defeat a king cobra. The king cobra snake, Ophiophagus hanna, is the largest venomous snake in the world. The king cobra snake is also perhaps the most dangerous snake in the world where humans are concerned. Under conditions of high prey availability, they can reach a length of 18.5 feet, 5.6 meters. Several people die from the bite of the king cobra each year. A king cobra can even kill an elephant. The king cobra is the sole member of its genus. It is classified as part of family Elapidae, the cobra family. Hamadryad, the alternative common name for the snake, is a Greek word meaning wood nymph. Their venom is not the most potent among venomous snakes, however. The amount of neurotoxin they can deliver in a single bite, up to 0.2 of a fluid ounce, 7 milliliters. Fortunately, king cobras are shy and will avoid humans whenever possible. King cobra snakes are fiercely aggressive when cornered or provoked. Number 5. Mongooses. For an animal, trying to kill a snake is almost equal to suicide, but mongooses have some advantages and tricks of their own. The mongoose is known for its ability to fight and kill venomous snakes, especially cobras. Their specialized acetylcholine receptors render them immune to venom, while their thick coats and quick speed also come in handy during conflicts. Firstly, these little mammals live in a group of 10 to 40 mongooses, so surely it would be hard for the most tactical snake to handle so many mongoose at a time. To kill the snake, the group of mongooses surround it and then try to close in from different directions. The snake is constantly distracted by the surrounding mongooses who try to bite it. It is likely that a single mongoose cannot kill a cobra king, although there has been a case where a mongoose has managed to kill a 10-foot cobra king. But certainly, if we're talking about a mongoose team working simultaneously, I'm sure they'll be able to kill a bigger king cobra as well. Number 4. Python. I know that when I made the video Python versus king cobra, I tipped the scales in favor of cobra. But that doesn't mean she can't be killed by a python. As one of the elapids, the king cobra kills its prey through its venom, which is injected through its hollow fangs, while pythons rely on their abilities to camouflage, weight, and strength in constricting. There are many different types of python, but this kind of duel has happened before. If I remember correctly, there was a battle between a king cobra and a reticulated python. The result? Both died. The python managed to entangle the cobra and crush it completely, but not before the king cobra got a bite in and killed the python with its toxic venom. They died entangled and with great struggle. On the other hand, if python got its grip on the cobra before cobra could bite the python, then python will be able to win against the cobra. Once python gets its grip on its prey, they don't leave them alive. Pythons, with their skills, can crush their prey's bones, stop their prey's heart by their body weight, or their prey won't be able to breathe while they are in python's tight grip. Number 3. Honey badger. Speaking of bites, the honey badger can survive the bites of some very dangerous creatures. They eat scorpions and snakes, and they have an unusually strong immunity to venom. But is it possible that the honey badger could actually survive a bite from a king cobra? After extensive research conducted by Christopher Orr, the Atlantic's senior editor in charge of our small rabid animal coverage, the honey badger surely can indeed survive a bite from a king cobra. Humans can't, even elephants can't, which is yet another reason why the honey badger is a badass. So surely, if a mongoose that is much smaller than a honey badger can defeat a cobra king, surely our little one can do that too. After all, it is not for nothing that it is called the toughest animal on the planet. Number 2. Eagles. There is a species of eagle called the serpent eagle, which feeds on snakes. It may not feed exclusively on snakes, but can eat snakes like cobras, which can form a large part of its diet. Eagles, or for that matter any raptor, including the eagle, will never get into a fight situation with a venomous snake. With its razor-sharp eyesight, a raptor can see the snake from a great height. After that, it is purely an aerial attack. The raptor will dive and swoop down on its prey, pick it up in its sharp talons, and fly away back to a dizzying height. The sharp talons of the eagle hold onto the snake with a vice grip, and the bird knows how to hold it in a way that the snake cannot turn back and bite. Being suddenly airborne is enough to disorient the cobra. The serpent eagle then lands on a tree or a rock with some impact, which stuns the snake. After biting off the snake's head, the eagle then goes on to enjoy his meal. For all the poison they pack, snakes are pretty helpless and vulnerable creatures when the attack comes from the air. And if we talk about a larger species of eagle, such as the golden eagle or harpy eagle, which are known to attack animals much larger than themselves, such as wolves, I wouldn't be surprised if he did this with a king cobra. Number 1. Monitor lizards. While king cobras and Komodo dragons live in different places, there are areas where cobras and monitor lizards do coexist. And those monitor lizards are fine with eating the cobras, no matter how much they try to bite them. For the same reason a viper doesn't affect a Komodo dragon. So, between Komodo dragon being basically impervious to viper bite, and other monitor lizards being impervious to cobra bites, and Komodo dragon being the biggest and toughest monitor lizard of them all, I assume that the Komodo dragon would easily eat the king cobra, and the king cobra would not be able to harm the Komodo dragon. So if the Komodo dragon was inclined to attack a king cobra and had an immunity to the king's venom and had skin too tough for the cobra's fangs to penetrate, you will realize how this scenario would end. Even if we say that the cobra venom would have an effect on the Komodo dragon, I think the lizard will be able to kill the snake before it takes effect. So, in both cases, the Cobra King would be dead anyway. The largest bear in the world and the Arctic's top predator, polar bears are a powerful symbol of the strength and endurance of the Arctic. But even this bear can be defeated by other animals. So let's see what animals can kill a polar bear. Number 5. Killer whale. While killer whales have been known to drag cubs into the water for dinner, there have been few recorded killing an adult polar bear. Still, the orca would definitely have a chance if both animals were in the water, and this does happen on occasions. At a weight of 9,000 to 11,000 pounds, 4,000 to 5,000 kilograms, and with a huge mouth armed with 48 to 52 teeth, the polar bear would have no chance. Number 4. Bull elephant seal. Weighing in at a staggering 4 tons, the dominant bull elephant seal, or the beach master, would be an absolute force to be reckoned with. These gigantic beasts are extremely aggressive and don't turn down fights. The sheer size difference alone is enough to intimidate the polar bear. They have multiple layers of protection, courtesy of their thick blubber, which protect all the major veins and arteries, making them extremely difficult to dispatch. Bull elephant seals also have incredible stamina and are capable of fighting for hours on end. The elephant seal can lash out immense amounts of damage, courtesy of its enormous neck muscles that propel its jaws like a sledgehammer. The chances of a male polar bear downing this titanic beast of an animal are slim to none. Number 3. Bull walrus. Bull walruses are massive animals, exceeding 1.5 tons in weight, armed with approximately 3 feet long tusks and 4 centimeter thick skin, with multiple layers of blubber lying underneath. Healthy adult bull walruses have very few life-threatening foes, and polar bears are certainly not one of them. The bears always avoid healthy adult males. Those tusks can fatally wound the bear, causing severe blood loss and trauma. A bull walrus is an animal that can effectively whip a male polar bear on both land and in water. Number 2. Brown bears. Brown bears have been known to encounter polar bears on occasion in the far north. Though these conflicts are very rare, there have been reported cases of brown bears driving polar bears off carcasses, and vice versa. In general, though, the brown bear seems to win the majority of these fights, but one should note most of them end with no death. So a bruin could kill the polar bear. Number 1. Another polar bear. An animal that can and does defeat an adult male polar bear is, well, none other than another polar bear, but bigger and stronger. Fights over territory and food are nothing new for these hypercarnivorous ursids. Typically, females with cubs to defend prove to be the most savage large predatory animal in the region and are willing to put their life on the line, often chasing off males several hundred pounds larger than themselves. 6 animals that could defeat a hippopotamus. Hippos may seem like gentle, whimsical animals, but any naturalist will tell you they're every bit as dangerous as lions or wolves. Not only can a hippopotamus open its mouth at a 180-degree angle, but it can bite an unwary tourist completely in half with a ferocious force of 2,000 psi. Oddly enough, for an animal with such a deadly bite, the hippopotamus is a confirmed vegetarian. Males use their foot-long canine and incisor teeth to duel with other males during mating season and to intimidate any nearby cats whose extreme hunger threatens to overwhelm their common sense. Ungainly as it is, the hippopotamus is the world's deadliest large land mammal, killing an estimated 500 people per year in Africa. They grow to between 10.8 and 16.5 feet, 3.3 to 5 meters long, and up to 5.2 feet, 1.6 meters tall at the shoulder. The average female weighs around 3,000 pounds, 1,400 kilograms, while males weigh 3,500 to 9,920 pounds, 1,600 to 4,500 kilograms. Number 6. Elephant. Hippos are no match for an adult elephant. Elephants are at least twice the size of the hippo. They are also so tall that a hippo's formidable jaws can't reach any besides their legs and trunk. Trying to attack either of those is a mistake. Aim for an elephant's legs, then you get stepped on. Mess with the trunk, they will flip you over. If this angry male wished, he could have stomped the poor hippo to death. Elephants have also been known to kill rhinos, which aren't much smaller than hippos. Elephants are the only animal that can actually walk right into the middle of a hippo herd without much getting attacked. Because the hippos all know even a single elephant could maim or kill a number before they drove it off. This even applies if the hippos are in the water. Number 5. Crocodile. It has long been known that the rivalry between hippos and crocodiles is quite high. The infamous giant Nile crocodile Gustav has reportedly preyed on hippos. Gustav, however, is a rare specimen that is estimated to weigh well over a ton, and even then it's most likely he kills hippos through an ambush instead of a head-on confrontation. For the most part, crocodiles avoid hippos since they instinctively know a hippo will attack them if they get too close. Hence why if you see any documentary footage of hippos and crocodiles, the crocodiles either keep their distance or run. This is for an individual hippo, since hippos live in herds that only makes them even more dangerous. There have been rare cases of individual hippos walking into crowds of crocodiles, and the reptiles use the advantage of their numbers to kill the much larger animal. But like I said, this is rare. Number 4. Lions. Most often, relatively speaking, hippos have been killed by lion prides. A smart lion pride that knows how to go about attacking a hippo can keep from escaping into the water and allow their numbers triumph over its sheer size. This is also not commonly seen. Hippos spend most of their time in the water, where a lion won't dare go after them, and their herds greatly outnumber the lion prides. If a lion pride can't isolate a hippo, then they won't bother. Also, not every lion pride that attacks a hippo will have a clear plan as to what they are trying to do, in which case the hunt typically fails. It is not surprising that hippos have also killed lions as a result. This only applies to when the whole pride is hunting. If a lion is alone, it generally won't dare attack a hippo. The size gap is too great. If lions aren't looking to hunt, they also won't get into a fight with a hippo. Number 3. Rhinoceros. Rhinos have very poor eyesight, some of the worst in the animal kingdom. If the hippo is too far from water, the rhino probably wins. On land, the rhino has the hippo beat in terms of speed, maneuverability, and weight. The rhino can charge the hippo, and while his horn isn't as hard as the ivory tusks of a hippo, it is still plenty hard enough to penetrate a hippo's skin. After enough horn-sized holes are poked through its hide, the hippo will eventually bleed out and die. Number 2. Kodiak bear. The Kodiak bear, weighing an astonishing 1,500 pounds and have a bite force of around 1,000 psi. The Kodiak bear, on the other hand, has enough tools to successfully hunt down a hippo. It has a bone-crushing, bone-breaking swipes, cinch claws that pierce the hippo's 2-inch skin, and greater 35 miles per hour speed and stamina compared to hippos' 30 miles per hour. Although it wouldn't be a clean kill, as the bear would most likely have to launch a prolonged attack, damaging the hippo's spine while avoiding its mouth, which isn't beyond his ability. Considering smaller grizzlies can take animals nearly 3 times their size, and polar bears may hunt bull walrus whose weight overlaps with hippo, I think a huge male can win a fight with a hippo. Number 1. Killer whale. I know, this meeting is impossible, like the one with the Kodiak bear above, but definitely in a fight between these two animals, the orca will win. The killer whale is the biggest member of the dolphin family. Male orcas are up to 32 feet in length and weigh up to 12 tons, well above the weight of the hippopotamus. It is also believed that the bite force of a killer whale is 19,000 psi. The only place this fight can take place is in the water, and the killer whale is clearly a much better swimmer. All of the oceans everywhere, they want to go with no natural predators. Hippos don't really run into orcas, but if they did, they would end up similar to the mighty walrus, which would be probably the best comparison. Walruses keep orcas happy and healthy, so an orca would easily kill a hippopotamus. 6 animals that could defeat a crocodile. Crocodiles are fascinating creatures that have been around for millions of years. They have a unique physiology that allows them to regulate their body temperature and survive in a range of environments. Despite their fearsome reputation as predators, crocodiles are also important members of their ecosystems, playing a critical role in controlling populations of other species. Crocodiles are large semi-aquatic reptiles that are found in tropical and subtropical regions around the world. They have a broad, flattened snout, a long, powerful tail, and tough, scaly skin covered in bony plates. Crocodiles are cold-blooded, opportunistic predators that feed on a wide range of prey, including fish, birds, reptiles, mammals, and even humans. They require access to both land and water, and are known for their ability to stay underwater for extended periods. Many species of crocodiles are endangered or vulnerable due to habitat loss, poaching, and conflicts with humans. But let's find out which are the 6 animals that can defeat a crocodile. Number 6. Hippopotamus. The hippo is the most aggressive animal in Africa and will attack without hesitation if they or their young are threatened, regardless of whether the animal is a predator or not. During the dry season, when water is scarce, hippos and crocodiles are forced to share the little remaining water. It doesn't take long for tensions to rise and fights to break out. The hippo's mouth is massive, with teeth measuring 20 inches, 50 centimeters long. They can also kill a crocodile with a bout force of 1800 psi. Hippos are much larger and stronger than crocodiles, so they could potentially overpower a crocodile with their sheer size and strength. A hippo can weigh up to 3,300 pounds, 1,500 kilograms, while a crocodile typically weighs between 500 and 2,200 pounds, 225 to 1,000 kilograms. Depending on the species, a hippo's powerful massive jaw and powerful bite could also cause serious damage to a crocodile. Although crocodiles are often thought of as aquatic predators, hippos are also well adapted to life in the water. Hippos are excellent swimmers and can hold their breath for up to 5 minutes. If a confrontation between a hippo and a crocodile occurs in the water, the hippo may be able to use its size and strength to overpower the crocodile and keep it submerged. Number 5. Python. While it is rare for a python to kill a crocodile, it is possible in certain circumstances. Pythons are non-venomous snakes that kill their prey by constriction. This means that they wrap their powerful bodies around their prey and squeeze until the animal can no longer breathe. Once the prey has suffocated, the python will swallow it whole. While pythons are generally smaller than crocodiles, some species can grow to be quite large. If a python is large enough to wrap its body around a crocodile, it could potentially suffocate the crocodile by constricting it. Pythons are known for their ability to ambush their prey. They typically lie in wait until their prey is close enough to strike, and then they launch themselves at their prey with lightning speed. If a crocodile is caught off guard by a python and doesn't have a chance to defend itself, the python could wrap its body around the crocodile and constrict it before the crocodile has a chance to fight back. Number 4. Lions. It is not common for lions to hunt crocodiles, as crocodiles are not typically part of their prey. However, in certain circumstances, a lion pride may attack a crocodile. Like pythons, lions are known for their ability to ambush their prey. If a crocodile is basking in the sun near the water's edge, a lion pride may be able to sneak up on it and attack before it has a chance to react. Lion prides are highly cooperative, and they work together to take down larger prey. If a crocodile is in the water, a group of lions may be able to surround it and attack it from multiple angles, making it difficult for the crocodile to defend itself. If a lion is able to get close enough to a crocodile to attack, it will likely aim for the crocodile's soft underbelly or neck, which are the most vulnerable spots. By delivering a powerful bite to these areas, a lion can potentially kill the crocodile by crushing its internal organs or breaking its spine. Number 3. Elephant. Elephants are much larger than crocodiles and can weigh up to 12,000 pounds, 5,500 kilograms. If an elephant were to step on a crocodile or use its massive tusks to gore it, it could potentially crush the crocodile or cause serious internal injuries. An elephant's trunk is a versatile and powerful tool that it can use to attack predators. If a crocodile were to approach an elephant, the elephant could use its trunk to strike the crocodile with a powerful blow, potentially injuring it or stunning it. Although elephants are not aquatic animals, they are excellent swimmers and can use their size and strength to their advantage in the water. If a crocodile were to attack an elephant in the water, the elephant could use its weight to crush the crocodile or use its trunk to deliver a powerful blow to the crocodile's head. In most cases, elephants and crocodiles are able to coexist without conflict, and encounters between the two animals are relatively rare. Number 2. Tiger. Despite its size, the crocodile is no match for the tiger. There have been several reports of tigers attacking and killing giant crocodiles, mainly after the reptiles have left the water and gone ashore. Because tigers are one of the few big cats that can swim, they are open to attack even when in water. Although Royal Bengal tigers and Sumatran tigers can lose in front of crocs in water, they win on land. Tigers in the Western Ghats of India can kill saltwater crocodiles, but these crocodiles are much smaller than the gigantic 1-ton somersaults in the Sundarbans, where the Royal Bengal tigers hunt. A tiger may be able to kill a crocodile. Here's a detailed explanation of how a single tiger might be able to kill a crocodile. Like other big cats, tigers are known for their ability to ambush their prey. If a crocodile is basking in the sun near the water's edge, a tiger may be able to sneak up on it and attack before it has a chance to react. Tigers are incredibly fast and agile, and they are able to move quickly and quietly through dense vegetation. If a crocodile is in the water, A tiger may be able to approach it from the shore and deliver a quick and powerful pounce before the crocodile has a chance to react. Tigers have incredibly strong jaws and claws that they can use to kill their prey. If a tiger is able to bite into a crocodile's soft underbelly or neck, it could potentially kill the crocodile by crushing its internal organs or breaking its spine. Number 1. Killer whale. Despite their size, killer whales are among the most feared predators in the world, with even great white sharks avoiding them. Any crocodile would easily be killed by an adult orca. Killer whales are adapted to living in salt water and are able to dive to great depths and hold their breath for extended periods of time. If a crocodile were to retreat into deeper water, a killer whale could potentially pursue it and attack it at depth. The killer whale is too powerful to be killed by a simple death roll, and it can bite a crocodile in half like a hippopotamus. Killer whales are much larger than crocodiles and can weigh up to 22,000 pounds, 10,000 kilograms. If a killer whale were to ram a crocodile or use its powerful tail to strike it, it could potentially cause serious injuries or even kill the crocodile. Killer whales are highly intelligent animals that are known to work together in groups to hunt and take down larger prey. If a group of killer whales were to encounter a crocodile, they could work together to attack it from different angles and overwhelm it. Killer whales have a powerful jaw and a set of sharp teeth that they can use to crush and tear apart their prey. 7 animals that could defeat an anaconda. Anacondas are semi-aquatic snakes found in tropical South America. They are some of the largest snakes in the world and are known for their swimming ability. There are 4 recognized species of anaconda. They are the green anaconda, the yellow or Paraguayan anaconda, the dark spotted anaconda, and the Beni or Bolivian anaconda. The green anaconda is the heaviest snake in the world and one of the longest. There have also been reports of anacondas reaching lengths of 40, 50, and 100 feet, 12, 15, and 30 meters, far longer than anything scientifically verified. Number 7. Jaguar. The jaguar is one of the biggest predators in South America, growing up to 300 to 350 pounds, 136 to 158 kilograms. Even though jaguars are well known for their swimming ability, in the water they have no chance. But on land, things are changing. If a jaguar encounters an anaconda, it may fight back in self-defense. However, it would rarely prey on the anaconda due to the size and tenacity of the snake. Anaconda is incredibly slow on land, and the jaguar on land is incredibly fast and agile. Given the environment it lives in and how it has adapted to said environment, it can easily take down the snake. However, jaguars have bone-crushing and a strong jaw that can kill anacondas in a single bite. The jaguar has the strongest biting force of all cats around the world, with up to 1,500 psi. Number 6. Caiman. Some caimans are prey for constricting snakes, but most caiman species are fairly small for crocodilians. The black caiman is not one of those caimans. At maximum size, it approaches the Nile crocodile in mass and length. In a straight-up fight, head-to-head, the anaconda is going to lose. Like crocodilians, anacondas and other constrictors hunt by ambush, but they are much less capable of defending themselves against large animals if they don't have the element of surprise. To kill the caiman, it would have to constrict it. To kill the snake, the caiman need only bite it. Number 5. Piranhas.
Piranhas are South American fish with razor-sharp teeth and a reputation for feeding frenzies. Large groups of piranhas may gang up on an older, weaker anaconda near the end of its life. Red-bellied piranhas bark to warn predators to leave them alone. The piranha's top and bottom teeth work together like scissors to cut up food. They lose and regrow teeth, much like sharks. Piranhas have very strong jaws for clamping down on prey. The black piranha has the strongest bite force recorded for bony fish. Number 4. Tigers. Jaguars, which are lighter than tigers, have been reported to kill anacondas, so a tiger could likely do so as well. The weight of a tiger can be even heavier than that of an anaconda. If you were to try picking up a cat who doesn't want to be picked up, you are going to get scratched and bitten. Now imagine that little house cat weighs over 400 pounds, 181 kilograms, and has fangs that are 3 inches long. Some specimens have fangs bigger than that it can drive into you with 1050 psi. Snake skin doesn't cut or bleed as easily as human skin, but that will still include this. Sinking those fangs into the right spot on the snake will kill it. In fact, tigers have been known to kill prey much larger than anacondas. On top of this, anacondas aren't as aggressive as tigers. When threatened, they will often respond by running. The bulking snake is more agile than it looks on land, but the tiger is still much faster than it. Number 3. Lions. The big cats all fall under the same genus, meaning that other than slight variations and in size, are virtually identical under the skin. So if a tiger can defeat an anaconda, surely a lion can do it too. I mention this because jaguars hunt and kill anacondas on a regular basis. The snakes generally only defend themselves by curling over their own heads in the effort to protect them. A female lion is already bigger than the biggest male jaguars, and males get twice the size of a jaguar. If an anaconda cannot defeat a jaguar, I can't imagine it would do well against a lion. Number 2. Bears. Constrictor's dinner menu doesn't include animals with claws and teeth, since there's an almost guaranteed chance those claws will cut into the snake and rake across its skin, leaving deep cuts that will get infected and kill the snake. A bear's claws are bigger, 5 to 6 inches long, 12.7 to 15.2 centimeters, in a grizzly case, and meant for striking. Any damage a jaguar or even a tiger could cause would be nothing next to the bears hitting the snake. A bear's claws are blunt since they walk on them, but its strength more than compensates. If they came across each other on land and the bear was serious about killing the snake, it would run the snake down and either break its spine with its paws or just kill it with a bite to the neck or head. The anaconda is far too sluggish to respond, and even if he can get a strike, the bear will probably just grab and pull it off. Number 1. Crocodiles. First of all, in terms of size, the crocodile is much larger, maybe even 2 times heavier than the anaconda. Even though anacondas have preyed some caimans, the crocodile is much larger and likely too big for the anaconda to eat. So it's unlikely the snake would attack it in the first place. But the croc certainly wouldn't think twice about eating the snake. If they were really trying to kill each other, the crocodile is still most likely to win. It's bigger than anything the anaconda preys on, and in all likelihood is too big for the anaconda's method of attack to do any real damage. On the other hand, the crocodile's bite is more than enough to kill the snake. Its smaller relative, the Nile crocodile, has been known to kill animals much larger than an anaconda.
5 animals that could defeat a sperm whale. Sperm whales are the largest of the toothed whales, with one of the most widespread global distributions of any marine mammal. They can be found from the equator to the edge of the Arctic and Antarctic ice. They get their name from the waxy substance found in their heads, called spermaceti. The spermaceti is an oil sac that helps the whales focus sound. From 1800 to 1987, sperm whales were a primary target of the commercial whaling industry, which nearly wiped out all sperm whale populations. Despite the fact that whaling is no longer a significant danger, sperm whale numbers are still recovering. The majority of sperm whales are dark grey. However, some have white patches on their bellies. They are the only living cetacean with a single blowhole on the left side of the crown of the head, asymmetrically placed. Their heads are extremely large, accounting for about 1/3 of their total body length. On each side of the lower jaw, there are between 20 and 26 big teeth. Males attain a maximum length of about 24 meters, 78.7 feet, and weigh up to 50 metric tons, 55.1 tons. Females are smaller, usually measuring less than about 14 meters, 45.9 feet, and weighing less than 25 metric tons, 27.6 tons. Number 5. Killer whales. It is clear that a single killer whale will have no chance against a house. But like a wolf against a bear, when he has the pack on his side, there is a chance. Depending on the number of killer whales, they may kill a female or a male. A male grows quite large and will be very difficult to kill by the pod of killer whales. If winning means being able to kill your opponent, then a pod of orcas will emerge victoriously. They won't always do, but they'll keep trying until they succeed. Orcas are the second smartest dolphin, and they would win with numbers and strategy. Blue whales have been attacked by orcas before, and they were successful. They can easily outsmart the sperm whales and target their weak spots. Sperm whales are a big target and not as quick, and we're just talking about one sperm whale, not a pod. In Sri Lanka in 2013, a pod of orcas attacked a group of sperm whales. The orcas were vicious, even though they didn't win. A group of 35 orcas fought 9 sperm whales in California, killing one and injuring others. Orcas are more likely to attack anything. They are brave. When fighting sharks, orcas, for example, know that they must go for the gills and flip the shark over. Although sperm whales aren't as small as sharks and lack blubber, orcas could prey on weaker regions such as the eyes or exhaust the sperm whales before feasting on them. Orcas are the most powerful predators on the planet. The largest prey is sperm whales. It's not all about the size. Number 4. Megalodon. So we've got the world's largest toothed whale versus the world's largest shark. Who would win? Megalodon was the world's largest shark and the world's second largest fish. Megalodon's size ranged from 42 to 49 feet, 13 to 15 meters. They are 30 to 40 tons in weight. Megalodon chases whales, whereas sperm whales hunt giant squid. The biting force of a sperm whale is unknown. However, it is likely to be weaker than that of a killer whale, or approximately 19,000 psi. Megalodon, on the other hand, has a much stronger bite force, estimated to be around 40,000 psi. The megalodons were also faster than the sperm whales in sprints. This is pretty tough, considering Megalodon fought Leviathan a lot, and the Leviathan is an even larger evolved sperm whale. I definitely think a Megalodon could beat a sperm whale. Of course, as I said in the video, Megalodon versus sperm whale,
If the whale is bigger, chances are the wheel will turn. Number 3. Mosasaurs. Based on a specimen of Mosasaurus hoffmanni, the longest mosasaurs were estimated to be 56 feet, approximately 17 meters long. Despite the fact that the sperm whale is larger, Mosasaurus hoffmanni was far more aggressive. Therefore, I see mosasaurs initiating the fight. Anyway, the fight seems pretty even though sperm whale was way heavier. Mosasaurus was a warm-blooded creature. It would be a fascinating fight if mosasaurs could avoid the sperm whale bull and possibly bite the tail. It would be over for the whale since it wouldn't be able to swim. Well, the mosasaurs have much stronger jaws despite being lighter. Although its jaws are narrow, it can still disable the sperm whale by biting its tail or flippers. It is not a good idea to flee. And it's very hard for me to believe that he could do that because the mosasaur was very mobile and flexible. Mosasaurs also have belly ribs. These truly protect organs such as the lungs, heart, and others. These animals were made to kill, and I think they could have easily finished a sperm whale, maybe even bigger than it. Number 2. Leviathan. Compared to sperm whales, Leviathan is more remarkable. They are predatory whales that consume other whales and other sea creatures. Leviathan was considerably more amazing than a sperm whale, even if they were the same size. Leviathan is an animal designed more to kill other large animals. His teeth are significantly larger and thicker than sperm whale teeth, allowing him to inflict more serious wounds. Remember that sperm whales only have bottom teeth, and that their bite is much weaker than Leviathan's. Leviathan could certainly do what sperm whales do, such as ramming, but this animal was designed differently from the sperm whale. Leviathan was also way faster than a sperm whale, so it can dodge to the side from the sperm whale's ram, bite off its fins like the megalodon, and immobilize it. So, in such a fight, you know who would win. Number 1. Deinosuchus. Deinosuchus was a large crocodiliform that lived from 82 million years ago up until the end Cretaceous extinction event began. Its main competitors as a large predator may have included sharks, marine reptiles like mosasaurs, theropods like the Tyrannosaurus, and other Deinosuchus. Its main prey were sea turtles and dinosaurs. Using more complete remains, size estimates attained for specimens varied from 26 to 33 feet, 8 to 10 meters, and 2.5 to 5 tons. So imagine the biggest crocodile that ever existed. Probably the fight with a sperm whale would have been quite difficult, and the victory of the crocodile would have happened only if the whale was smaller, about the same size. But due to its armored skin and superior weaponry, such as its mouth full of teeth, and also using the surprise attack, he would have bitten the whale's flippers, winning in the end. Animals that could defeat a wolf pack. Wolves are very social animals. They live and hunt in groups known as packs. A wolf pack is simply a different name for a wolf family. A wolf pack consists of an adult male and female wolf, as well as their pups of various ages. The number of wolves in a pack can range from 3 to 20. A wolf pack has a definite social structure and rules of conduct. The alpha male and female are the pack leaders. These two wolves have the upper hand over the rest of the pack's wolves. The alpha male and female wolves are the only ones in the pack that can breed and have pups, and they also get to eat first at kills. However, in the animal kingdom, the pack of wolves is not invincible. There are some animals that can defeat a pack of wolves on their own.
Keep in mind, however, that these fights will depend a lot on the number of wolves in the pack. If the pack has more than 8 to 10 members, it's hard for me to believe that it can be defeated. Number 5. Grizzly bear. Brown bears and wolves frequently fight over a kill. Most of the time the wolves have killed an animal, and the larger, more powerful bear invites itself to the feast, while the wolves leave. The wolves have the advantages of numbers, teamwork, and agility. A large male bear, on the other hand, can weigh up to 800 pounds, 362 kilograms. The Alaskan species has a weight limit of 1,500 pounds, 680 kilograms. Females are around 2/3 the size of full-grown males, and if they don't have cubs, they can also commandeer the wolf's kill. Their thick skin, fur, and layers of fat make wolf bites relatively minor injuries. They can, however, inflict multiple rib and spine fractures on a wolf with a single swipe of a highly muscled front paw, armed with sharp, up to 6-inch claws. The bite force of a brown bear is significantly stronger than that of any North American mammal. A wolf snared by those jaws would be crunched to death. The largest pack would soon realize that such a conflict is not worth it and retreat. Number 4. American bison. Bison, North America's biggest terrestrial animal, historically roamed in herds numbering in the millions, dominating prairie and forest environments. The true name of this species is the American bison. However, most people refer to them as buffalo. They can stand up to 6 feet, 1.8 meters tall. A male can weigh upwards of a ton, 900 kilograms, and a female can weigh about 900 pounds, 400 kilograms. Not being predators, bison find it difficult to kill wolves. However, at such a size, it will be quite difficult for wolves to kill the bison. It all depends on the number of members of the pack. If the pack doesn't have more than 4 to 5 members, it's hard for me to believe they can kill the bison. It is known that a pack of 8 wolves struggled for 12 hours to kill a bison. So, even if he doesn't kill them, the bison will eventually win just by not falling prey. Number 3. Tiger. Compared to bears, tigers will find it harder to fight a pack of wolves. You can say that tigers have a stronger bite force, but the truth is that the bite force of the two is already so tremendous that it wouldn't make a difference. The tiger has an advantage in its paws. However, they don't use paws defensively, unlike a bear, who not only have bigger in size than tigers, but also have better experience against wolves' packs. A tiger can easily fend off 3 to 4 wolves, but it gets complicated when the pack has more numbers. In any case, unless the male tiger is weak or old, it's more likely to run away by climbing than to stand and fight against a pack of wolves. Tigers vastly outweigh wolves, and their physiology allows them to turn their front paws up, meaning they can hit and swipe laterally like a boxer, which wolves can't. Wolves do have claws, but they are not the hooked, tearing claws that tigers have. Tigers have all the advantage in size, weight, reach, and weapons, and would win unless they were extremely outnumbered. Number 2. Lion. A large, healthy male lion would definitely win against a pack of 3 to 4 wolves. A huge female would probably win as well, but I think her dying from her wounds. Males and females are both capable of fighting and hunting, but they specialize in different things. Combined with the size and viciousness of a male, it would be game over. We're talking about over a 500-pound beast, 226 kilograms. Lions are called the king of the jungle, even though they don't live in the jungles. But lions, like tigers, are big cats. Evolutionary marvels of design and basically perfect apex killing machines. A wolf or wolves are basically a dog in a pack. They have a bite and numbers. A cat has speed, agility, a stronger bite, and unbelievable reflexes. It depends, of course, on the number. In the wild, sometimes groups of hyenas kill a male lion. Sometimes the lion is victorious. Wolves aren't even as large as hyenas. Number 1. Hyena clan. If until now we only talked about animals that can defeat a pack of wolves on their own, the last place is reserved for hyenas. Hyenas have more bite force and a tougher build than wolves. Both species are top predators with excellent intelligence and a teamwork mentality. Wolf packs have a maximum of 15 to 20 individuals in most cases. Clans of hyenas can contain up to 80 members. Although wolves are more agile, hyenas are designed for power and can compete with larger predators like lions or leopards. Also, hyenas are likely more willing to take risks in order to achieve their goal, and are also more aggressive in general. That is why I will give this fight to the hyenas. 5 animals that could defeat a jaguar. The mesmerizing gaze and hunting prowess of the jaguar have earned them a prominent place in mythology and legend. Their beauty, strength, and adaptability have earned them the respect of feline admirers around the world. However, a jaguar can be defeated by several animals. Number 5. Electric eel. Electric eels can grow to more than 8 feet in length, 2.5 meters, can weigh nearly 45 pounds, and they can make a discharge of up to 600 volts or more. They can take down an adult and healthy horse. So they can kill a jaguar too. If a jaguar attacks an electric eel, and if they survive, they will never do it again. Normally, and for everybody's luck, electrical eels only use the stun mode, hardly the kill mode, unless they are hunting or excessively provoked. Number 4. Black caiman. The black caiman is one of the largest reptiles that can reach 3.5 to 5 meters, 11 to 16 feet, with weights ranging from 300 to 500 kilograms, 660 to 1,100 pounds. It is known that the jaguar hunts alligators and caimans, but most of the time they go to the little ones. By attacking a specimen over 13 feet, 4 meters, victory can return in favor of the black caiman. So a black caiman can defeat a jaguar. At adulthood, it is too big and powerful, even on land with stronger armor. Number 3. Giant otters. The giant river otters are apex predators in the rivers where they spend most of their lives. Even the jaguar thinks twice before entering a river when otters are nearby. Giant otters live in groups from 2 to 20 members. 8 individuals mean twice the jaguar's weight, but 8 times the number of jaws and paws. And they are fierce enemies. In the water, the otters win comfortably. Too agile and too many of them for the jaguar. Number 2. Bull shark. The bull shark is a predatory species that lives in coastal seas and in the Amazon, reaching lengths of 11 feet, 3.5 meters, and weights up to nearly 700 pounds, 315 kilograms. The bull shark is one of the largest requiem sharks. In deeper water, even if the jaguar is a formidable swimmer, the bull shark, being about 2 times bigger than it, will be able to easily kill a jaguar. Number 1. Anaconda. Jaguars are eaten by anacondas.
Anacondas are ambushers. They hide in muddy water, and if an unaware jaguar gets close enough, they will attack. The anaconda will grab their prey with its powerful bite and teeth, and will quickly try to bring the jaguar into water, where anaconda can make most use of its power and make prey less able to fight back, using its tremendous coiling force. The prey can drown or have its blood system destroyed and its heart stop.
5 eagles that could defeat a harpy eagle. Eagles are aerial predators, masters of the sky. Of all eagles, the harpy eagle is largely known to be the most powerful in the world. So no other eagle could defeat a harpy eagle, right? Wrong. Though the harpy eagle is considered to be at the top of the eagle totem pole, it doesn't make them invincible. Perhaps some other eagles that are larger or faster could defeat a harpy in a battle. In fact, maybe there's another bird that should be stealing the title of top eagle. Maybe it's been overlooked. Do you think you know? Maybe it's the obvious choice. Harpy eagle. Before we dive into which eagles could take down a harpy eagle in a battle, let's talk about the harpy itself. It's widely considered to be the most powerful eagle and the most aggressive eagle in the world. That's a bad combination if you upset it. The harpy eagle lives in many places in South America and in Central America as well. It's the largest and most powerful bird of prey found throughout its region. Of that, there's no question. But are there any other eagles in the world that can rival it? The harpy is between 2 feet and 10 inches to 3 feet and 6 inches in total length. The males have 3.4-inch talons and the females have 4.8-inch talons. Males weigh 11 pounds on average, and the females clock in at an average of 13 pounds. The harpy has thick legs and strong toes to go along with the sharp talons, which are all reasons it's so powerful and such a danger to any who come in contact with it. The harpy has a wingspan of just 6.5 feet. That's because they often inhabit dense forests. They need to have a shorter wingspan to navigate the forest, displaying agility while evading trees, zigging and zagging while they chase their prey. A harpy eagle can reach 50 miles per hour while flying. Not a lot of animals are escaping a harpy, but what about other eagles? Can they match those speeds? Bald eagle. One of the most well-known eagles in the world is the bald eagle. Bald eagles range across most of Canada and Alaska, the contiguous United States and northern Mexico. Their habitats are further north than the harpy, so they aren't likely to run into one another. But if they did, and if the aggressive harpy wanted to battle, a bald eagle could give it a challenge. Now, bald eagles are typically undersized compared to the harpy, but just barely. They're usually between 2 feet and 4 inches and 3 feet and 4 inches. Looking at the larger females, the harpy was around 13. The female bald eagle is usually 11 pounds. So if the two are fighting in close quarters, especially in the home of the harpy amongst the trees, the harpy would have a distinct advantage. But anywhere else, the advantage would have to go to the bald eagle. That is, if it's strategized. Because the bald eagle will fly at speeds between 20 and 40 miles per hour, but they will dive at speeds between 75 and 100 miles per hour. Their diving speed is incredible, thanks in part to their larger wingspan that can reach 7.5 feet. If the two were out in the open, a bald eagle could take high to the skies and dive bomb the harpy as it does with its prey. And those speeds it reaches are deadly and unavoidable for the slower harpy. Now, you might have thought the bald eagle was the obvious choice, it being such a well-known eagle. Though it would give the harpy trouble, this eagle is the least of the harpy's concerns. Golden eagle. Another eagle that the harpy would have to watch out for is the golden eagle. Golden eagles are even more powerful than bald eagles. They have more physical strength. They are known as aggressive eagles as well, and they are highly successful predators. Golden eagles will often be swooping down to scoop up rabbits, marmots, and squirrels.
but they've been known to snatch foxes. And get this, golden eagles have even preyed on livestock, adult deer and adult caribou. That is no small task. Golden eagles are believed to be powerful enough to kill an adult human, however, they've never sought out human as prey. As you can see, though they may not be believed to be quite as powerful as a harpy, they are plenty powerful, and they have a distinct advantage over the harpy. Similar to the bald eagle, speed. Their normal soaring speed is about 30 miles per hour, but they glide at speeds of up to 120 miles per hour. And most impressively, when they're diving, they hit speeds between 150 and 200 miles per hour. The golden eagle is the fastest eagle and the third fastest bird in the world. Let it get above the harpy, and it will use that sheer speed to its advantage. The golden eagle may not be bigger than the harpy, but it's close in size, and it does have a larger wingspan. As long as it's comparable in size, the pain it can inflict when diving would be too much for the harpy to handle. So will other eagles rely on speed when battling the harpy, or will they rely on something else? Steller sea eagle. Using speed to their advantage is one option, but with the Steller sea eagle, it would be using a different approach. It's no slouch in the speed department, but it isn't like that of the dive-bombing bald eagle or golden eagle. Now, the Steller sea eagle doesn't live remotely near the harpy eagle. They're found primarily in Alaska, eastern Russia, and islands throughout the Bering Sea. These birds live in frigid temperatures, and they deal with it in a certain way. Though they're smaller than the harpy on average, and aren't quite as powerful as a predator, they can still hold their own. They do have a huge wingspan, more than 8 feet, one of the biggest of all eagles, and the largest one of all the eagles on this list. But it's the way they deal with the cold temperatures. They are some big birds in weight. Yes, the Steller sea eagle is the heaviest eagle in the world on average. They can hit 20 pounds or more. If the Steller sea eagle were to battle a harpy, they have the bigger wings and a heavier body. They could push a harpy around, and they are also just suited for cold weather, making them durable eagles. They're close relatives to the bald eagle, and they're known to be much more aggressive. So we've seen eagles that are attempting to defeat the harpy with speed, and now an eagle that's used its weight advantage. What will the other eagles use to their advantage? Crowned eagle. Although most feel the harpy eagle is the most powerful eagle in the world, there are many that actually give that crown fittingly to the crowned eagle. Yes, the crowned eagle of Africa is an extremely powerful predator. Some people go as far as to say it's the most powerful bird of prey. That includes eagles and all others. At the very least, it's right up there with the harpy. The crowned eagle may be spotted in Africa's savannas, but it's usually found in tall woodland forests and rainforests. The crowned eagle is built for flying through the dense forests, just like the harpy. Similar to the harpy, it doesn't have a large wingspan. It can get up to 3 feet and 4 inches in length. It's the 5th largest extant eagle species in the world, but the crowned eagle isn't going to rely on just one thing when battling the harpy. It has a balance of attributes. In addition to its rivaled power and formidable size, it also is faster than the harpy. When swooping after prey, it can hit 100 miles per hour. Of the 3 largest clawed modern eagles, the harpy is one, and the crowned eagle is another. Its average hallux claw length is 2.2 inches. The crowned eagle will use its powerful hunting style, its long claws and attacking speeds that are twice as fast as the harpies to take down its opponent. So do we give the crown of top eagle to the one named after a crown, or is that title for someone else? Philippine eagle. We give that title to the Philippine eagle. This eagle lives on the islands of Mindanao, Luzon, Samar, and Leyte. The Philippine eagle is known as a larger eagle, and if it were to battle the harpy, it would defeat it most times they matched up. See, the Philippine eagle isn't a one-trick bird. It's got the harpy beat in so many areas. It's another bird that inhabits thick forests, causing it to have a shorter wingspan so that it may fly through the trees with agility. But if we look at its length, an average of 3 feet and 3 inches, and a maximum length of 3 feet and 8 inches, it is the longest eagle. At an average of 14 pounds, it's the 2nd heaviest eagle in the world, heavier than the harpy. And hitting speeds of 62 miles per hour,
It's faster than the harpy. It's bigger, heavier, and faster. And when it comes to power, it's right up there with the harpy and the crowned eagle. It's a fierce predator. Remember when we mentioned the three largest clawed modern eagles included the harpy and the crowned eagle? The Philippine eagle was the third. This eagle is the whole package. It's a balanced predator with strengths in every area. Not only could the Philippine eagle defeat the harpy, it might have a case for dominating the harpy. Should we call the Philippine eagle the new top eagle of the world? It sure makes a decent case for itself. 6 animals that could defeat a rhinoceros. Rhinoceroses are large herbivorous mammals that belong to the family Rhinoceratidae. There are 5 species of rhinoceroses: the black rhinoceros, white rhinoceros, Indian rhinoceros, Javan rhinoceros, and Sumatran rhinoceros. Black rhinoceros. Native to Africa, they have 2 horns and a tough, leathery skin. They are smaller and have a more hooked lip than the white rhinoceros. White rhinoceros. Native to Africa, they have a square lip and 2 horns. They are the largest of all rhinoceroses and can weigh up to 5,070 pounds, 2,300 kilograms. Indian rhinoceros. Native to the grasslands of India and Nepal, they have 1 horn and a distinctive fold of skin that runs down the neck and back. Javan rhinoceros. Found in Indonesia and Vietnam, they are the rarest species of rhinoceros and have 1 horn. Sumatran rhinoceros. Native to Indonesia and Malaysia, they are the smallest species of rhinoceros and have 2 horns. All species of rhinoceroses are threatened, with some close to extinction due to habitat loss and poaching of their horns, which are highly valued in traditional medicines. Conservation efforts are underway to protect these magnificent animals. However, there are a few animals that can beat a rhinoceros. So, let's see which these are. Number 6. Elephant. An elephant would win over a rhino in a fight. Elephants are larger than rhinos, and their tusks are twice as long as those of rhinos. The elephant has the power to easily lift a car, thus it can easily flip a rhino onto its side and use its powerful tusks to stab its underside. In the past, when they were in must and more aggressive, elephants killed rhinos. Dead rhinos began to show up after teenage male elephants were moved to Pilanesberg National Park. They appeared to have been killed by elephants because of the injuries on their necks and shoulders. An adolescent elephant in must usually loses the fight or soon gives up when faced with a large elder elephant, which causes them to lose their must. The young elephants never lost their must since they were so much larger than the rhinos. As a result, they behaved like wild adolescents. So adult bull elephants were introduced, and the teenage elephants calmed down within hours. Rhinos are strong and capable of taking a lot of punishment, but they lack the maturity to contend with a young elephant. They wouldn't have a chance against a huge bull elephant in a fight. Number 5. Tiger. Here we will talk about the Bengal tiger and the Indian rhinoceros. Bengal tigers usually hunt smaller prey such as deer, pigs, and buffalo, but they have been known to occasionally hunt Indian rhinoceroses. The hunting process can be challenging for a Bengal tiger, as rhinos are known for their tough skin and powerful horns. Typically, a Bengal tiger will try to ambush the rhino and attack it from behind or the side, aiming for the neck or throat to disable the rhino. The tiger may use its powerful front claws to grip onto the rhino and its back legs to try to bring the rhino down. Once the rhino is down, the tiger can use its sharp teeth to inflict fatal injuries. However, it's important to note
that Indian rhinos are generally able to defend themselves effectively against Bengal tigers and other predators. Bengal tigers and Indian rhinos typically avoid each other in the wild, and actual attacks are rare. Number 4. Lions. The pride of lions is typically known for hunting large prey, including rhinos. However, hunting a rhinoceros is a challenging task and requires a coordinated effort from the entire pride. Lions hunt in groups, with the females doing the majority of the hunting. When hunting a rhinoceros, a pride of lions will typically try to surround the rhino and isolate it from the herd. Once the rhino is isolated, one or more lions will attempt to distract the rhino, while the others attack from the rear or flanks. The lions will use their powerful jaws and claws to try to bring the rhino down, aiming for the neck or throat to disable it. Once the rhino is down, the lions will use their sharp teeth to inflict fatal injuries. It's important to note that rhinos are large and powerful animals that are well equipped to defend themselves. They have tough skin and sharp horns that can cause serious injuries to predators. Hunting a rhinoceros is a dangerous task for a pride of lions and is usually only attempted when other food sources are scarce. In general, rhinos and lions have evolved to avoid each other in the wild, and actual attacks are rare. Don't forget to subscribe and press the like button. Thank you. Number 3. Hyenas. Hyenas are social animals that live in packs, consisting of related females and their offspring. These packs can range in size from just a few individuals to over 100 individuals. Hyenas are known for their powerful jaws and sharp teeth, which they use to hunt and feed on a variety of prey, including zebras, wildebeest, and even buffalo. Overall, hyenas are fascinating and complex animals that play important roles in their ecosystems as both predators and scavengers. Hyenas hunt in packs and use their numbers to overpower large and powerful prey. When hunting a rhinoceros, a pack of hyenas will typically try to surround the rhino and attack from multiple angles. The hyenas will use their powerful jaws and sharp teeth to bite and cling to the rhino, trying to bring it down. Once the rhino is down, it's over. You will realize that in such a fight, there is a huge risk that a number of hyenas in the pack will lose their lives. Number 2. Hippopotamus. The size difference between a hippopotamus and a rhinoceros is minimal, with the hippo often being larger. They are certainly longer in length than a rhino. The hippo's enormous mouth, which can open wider than a rhino's head, is capable of inflicting severe injuries on the rhino. Contrary to popular belief, rhinos are not indestructible tanks that charge into battle. Their fights with other animals are usually comprised of several minor jobs and are not as fast-paced as one might think. This is due to the rhino's limited eyesight, which makes it difficult for them to engage in a full-blown fight. In contrast, hippos are known for their short temper and tendency to become agitated easily. Male hippos, particularly alpha males, engage in constant life and death battles with other giant male hippos over access to mate with female cows and with massive 20-foot crocodiles. As a result, alpha male hippos have extensive experience in fighting. If a hippo were to encounter a rhino, the rhino would not have enough room to gain momentum and headbutt the hippo. Its best option would be to use its horns to swipe at the hippo. However, the hippo's tusks, made of ivory and stronger than rhino keratin, can be just as large and powerful as the rhino's horn. The hippo would use its strength and bulk to knock the rhino into the mud or onto the riverbank, where it would either drown or be torn to death by the hippo. Furthermore, the hippo can open its jaws and tear the rhino's face, even on dry land. Number 1. Crocodile. A rhinoceros-crocodile encounter is not a common occurrence, but it can happen if they are both in close proximity to each other, such as near a river or water source. In such an encounter, the outcome would depend on several factors, including the size and age of the animals, their level of aggression, and their past experiences with each other. If the crocodile is large enough, it may try to attack the rhino from the water, using its powerful jaws and sharp teeth to try to bite into the rhino's legs or underbelly. However, if the crocodile perceives the rhino as a threat to its young, or if it is cornered and feels it has no escape, it may attack the rhino. If a fight were to break out between these two massive animals, it would be a very intense one, but only one can emerge victorious. Because of both animals' features, the fight would be a pretty close call, but the saltwater crocodile would eventually win. The saltwater croc has a strong tail it can use to its advantage. Although its powerful bite might have trouble penetrating the rhino's skin initially, the skin would eventually give way.
6 animals that could defeat a hyena pack. These cackling nightmares of sub-Saharan Africa can bite right through bone. So who in the world could possibly battle that? That's right, we're talking about a hyena, a pack of them in fact. And we're going to detail for you the 6 animals that could take on a pack of these bone chewers and actually win. There are 4 types of hyena, so we're going to stick with the largest and most common, the spotted hyena. Spotted hyenas are ferocious, not an animal to be trifled with. So which 6 animals are not going to heed the warning and are going to trifle anyway? You'll just have to see. Leopard. Our first animal that will step up to bat is the leopard. Leopards may be one of the smaller big cats, but they're still big cats. Hyenas tend to be about 5 feet in length on average. Leopards are about 7 feet in length, and that's not even including their tail, which can be almost 3 feet long itself. Hyenas can weigh as much as 170 pounds, and leopards can weigh as much as 200 pounds. So we have a good size advantage for the leopard here. Now, when you take the BFQ, or bite force quotient, which is the power of their bite with relativity to their size, the hyena wins that battle. A hyena's BFQ is 124, and a leopard's is 98, so the leopard isn't going through bone. However, leopards are powerful felines. When it comes to all the big cats, for its size, when you go pound for pound strength, the leopard packs the second most punch per pound after the jaguar. So it is extremely strong for its size, and we're talking about an animal that it is already bigger than. Not to mention, leopards are known to be the most agile of all the big cats, with excellent skills climbing in trees and navigating tight spaces. A one-on-one rumble goes to the leopard every time. But we're talking about a hyena pack, right? Well, the leopard is so powerful and agile, we'd still expect it to be able to take on a few hyenas. The problem is, hyena packs can get big. If it were a smaller hyena pack, the leopard could still defeat them. But hyena packs can get up to 10, 15, even more. Our leopard would only win if it were a smallish hyena pack. But that's still impressive, almost as impressive as our next animal. Rhino. And our next animal isn't even a carnivore, though he does come with a weapon attached to the front of his face. The rhino. Yes, that horn on the front isn't just for show. It's like a dagger that the rhino can wield with the swing of his face. And it will do just that, mainly when it feels threatened, or if it is a mother rhino that feels its baby is threatened. Many times hyenas will try to hunt baby rhinos. Bad idea if the mother is anywhere near. White rhinos stand anywhere between 5 feet to 6 feet tall at the shoulder. The males are about 13 feet long, and if we are talking about the defensive mother, even she is 12 feet long. Males can weigh 5,000 pounds, and even Mother Dearest is probably going to be pushing 3,500 pounds. Hey hyenas, that shadow you're standing in, it's the white rhino. A white rhino could quite possibly squash a hyena, and the mother wouldn't care if it were a pack of them, If they were hunting her baby, she would destroy them. A rhino's power is just as impressive as its size, and we mustn't forget about that deadly horn. You might think a pack of hyenas may just try to circle the rhino and use their smaller size to their advantage, use their speed advantage, right? Yes, a spotted hyena can run up to 40 miles per hour, but a white rhino can charge up to 31 miles per hour. They are no slowpokes. And even if we were talking the smaller black rhino, well, they're faster, 34 miles per hour. And the males are still around 10 feet long and weigh around 3,000 pounds. A black rhino would have no troubles with a pack of hyenas, and they'd relish it too. See, white rhinos tend to be more calm and would be goaded into a fight if they were defending themselves or their young. Black rhinos, they're more aggressive. The black rhino may be looking to fight the hyenas. He might get the jump and get the better of the hyena pack. The pack of hyenas do have one advantage. They're slightly faster than both rhinos, so they can change their minds and get out of there as fast as they can. Crocodiles. We're back to another predator, the crocodile, another animal that just may be looking to rumble with the hyenas whether they pick the fight or not. Crocodiles are equal opportunity diners, meaning if you're there and you look tasty enough, they'll probably try to take a bite. Yes, even hyenas. Crocodiles are one of the scariest animals on the planet. There's a reason why they show up in so many movies. But forget about it if you're a person. If you're any animal in Africa trying to get a drink of water, you do not want to see those two eyes poking up from below the surface and gliding towards you. If a pack of hyenas were near the water or in the water, forget it. That's the crocodile's domain. They move so amazingly in the water that if it latched onto a hyena, that hyena would be done before it even knew what was happening. Sure, that hyena would have friends to help, but they'd be just as helpless in the water. All it takes is for the croc to get you with one bite. The saltwater crocodile has the strongest recorded bite force of any living animal on the planet, of 3,700 pounds per square inch. That's the equivalent of a small car coming down on that hyena, and we don't think any hyena would survive that. Now, if the crocodile was on land, it could be a different story. Crocodiles still move well on land and can get up to 15 to 18 miles per hour, but they're nowhere near the speed of a sprinting hyena. And crocodiles are lower to the ground, much less agile on the ground. So a pack of hyenas, especially a larger one, could circle a croc and use teamwork to slowly inflict damage over and over. But that would be the best shot the pack of hyenas would have, fighting on land. And even then, you do not want to get near that croc's jaws. But you know, as feared as a crocodile is, there's another animal out there that scares even the croc. Hippos. That's right, it isn't even a carnivorous predator, it's a hippo. Hippos may not be looking to eat other animals, but if those animals are threatening them or they're young, they are vicious. Even crocodiles have learned the hard way that a hippo is not to be messed with. They have tried to take young hippos for lunch, but if any of the hippo family is nearby, that crocodile's life is turned into a nightmare. If he gets out of there with his life, that is. There are reports of hippos having killed a crocodile with one single bite. A hippo's bite force is one of the strongest of any land animal, measuring around 1,800 pounds per square inch, and those mouths are massive. A hippo's mouth can be up to 4 feet wide and open at an angle of 150 degrees. That's almost big enough to fit a hyena inside. Hippos are one of the largest land mammals on Earth. They can be over 11 feet long easily, and they stand more than 5 feet tall at the shoulder. They can tip the scales at up to 10,000 pounds too. Just picture a rhino, take away the horn, add on that enormous mouth, and you basically have the hippo. Perhaps the hippo isn't as fast as the rhino, but they are no slouches. They can run up to 19 miles per hour, and they are deadly in the water, not to mention the strength they possess and the surprisingly long and lethal teeth that they use for battle. Just ask the crocs. So you think a pack of hyenas would fare well against that? Not a chance. Their strong bites wouldn't do all that much damage to the hippo's thick skin. They'd need time to hit the hippo with many bites. Meanwhile, the hippo is working with a one-bite kill tactic. Hyenas wouldn't fare well against this massive mammal. Elephants. Speaking of massive mammals, don't forget about the elephant. If a pack of hyenas would have trouble with a hippo, and if a pack of hyenas would have trouble with the larger rhino with that dagger on the front of his face, then of course the pack of hyenas is going to have trouble with the much larger elephant, equipped with 2 swords on the front of his face. Okay, an elephant has tusks, not swords, but you tangle with an elephant and tell us it isn't about the same thing. The white rhino is technically the 4th heaviest land animal in the world. Numbers 1, 2, and 3 are all kinds of elephants. Pick any one of them, the African forest elephant, the Asian elephant, or the largest of them all, the African bush elephant, and that pack of hyenas is in a ton of trouble. Make that 11 tons of trouble, since that is how much an African bush elephant can weigh. What is a pack of hyenas going to do with 11 tons of angry elephant and his 7-foot-long tusks that weigh about 175 pounds each? Hold on, the elephant's tusks weigh about as much as one hyena? This elephant is 24 feet long and 13 feet tall at the shoulder. To say he is a worthy adversary to a pack of hyenas is an understatement. He'd be one of the toughest challenges a pack of hyenas could face. Standing that big, this elephant must be king of the jungle, right? Lions. Last on our list is the last animal a pack of hyenas wants to see, for many reasons. And that animal is the lion, true king of the African jungles. If you've seen The Lion King, you know these two don't tend to get along. Maybe there is a bit of jealousy on the hyena's part. They both know the lion has a massive size advantage and is a much more skilled hunter. Lions can be 9 feet long and they can weigh as much as 500 pounds. They're extremely strong and with highly developed muscles which allow them to have fast twitch movements. Hyenas often look for a lion kill to see if they can make a meal out of the leftovers. If there was a one-on-one battle with a lion and a hyena, forget it. The lion wins every time. It's unfair. Even if you take several hyenas, a whole pack, there isn't going to be much that they can do to the larger lion. But again, we know what you're thinking. What if the hyena pack is much bigger? A lion could take on 4 or 5 or even 6 hyenas, but what if the hyena pack is 10 strong, 12 strong? Surely they'd have the lion outnumbered. Well, surely you forgot that lions travel in prides. Unlike the solitary leopard, this big cat travels with backup. When you get one lion, you almost always get several others. Hyena packs can get up to 30 strong, and though lion prides don't usually reach those numbers, they can have up to 10 members. Basically, any situation you have, the hyenas will outnumber the lions, but it won't be enough to overpower them. That's why a lion would be a hyena pack's worst nightmare, because a lion is never just a lion, he's always a lion, plus backup.